Guys, I am mega geeking out. I cannot tell you how excited I am to say we can officially call Wanda the Scarlet Witch. What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here to give you guys my review on the series finale of WandaVision. Oh man, guys, what an episode. I loved how it all came to a conclusion. Because, yes, the first episode all the way to the ending of this episode, we finally can officially call Wanda the Scarlet Witch. And I gotta tell you guys, when she finally accepted that role, or better yet, that title of Scarlet Witch, and then finally given herself the one real costume we have been waiting for in the MCU, to see it in person and to see how it was done was just pure amazing. I love the special effects they put into there as she was forming her new clothes to match her new identity as the Scarlet Witch. And yeah, guys, I really love this costume. This MCU and Scarlet Witch outfit is really awesome, and I cannot wait to see more of it as we're moving in to Doctor Strange, the multiverse darkness. I believe that was what it was called. Either way, it's the next Doctor Strange movie where, so far we know, that's where she'll be. But will she pop up anywhere else? Like, now that she finally is officially called the Scarlet Witch, and she's finally realizing that what her nature of her powers are. She knows the nature of them, mind you, but she still doesn't fully understand them yet. Because as we all saw throughout this series, when she made this reality, it was just out of grieving, and then out of nowhere, it happened just like that. And yes, another way we can also look at this is in the fact that, yes, even though Agatha was the antagonist towards Wanda, in an odd way, she did help her. She helped her better understand things. She taught her a few tricks that she soon used against Agatha, and many, many more stuff here to talk about here. But either way, guys, all I can say is that from the beginning to the end of this series, it was a true thing to behold, and a great way to introduce us to fully exploring Wanda's powers and officially making her the Scarlet Witch. But now, having said that, we gotta go into breakdown mode here. So, starting off in the fact that, like I said, Agatha, she was the antagonist towards Wanda because all she wanted was Wanda's chaos magic. Bear in mind, I think the only negative gripe I have in that instant was we never really truly understood why Agatha wanted the power. Like, why does she want the chaos magic so bad? Why? And well, let's hope that somewhere near in the future, maybe in the Doctor Strange movie, that we'll see her again, and maybe we'll fully understand why she is the way she is. Like, why did she study the dark magics? Why did she want the chaos magic? That part I'm a little down on that. We didn't fully get it, but I'm sure they'll explain that later on down the line in some other movie or another series going forward. But nevertheless, though, the battle between her and Wanda was fun. It had like jokes everywhere, and a very interesting Easter egg when Wanda shot that car right over to Agatha. We get a little Wizard of Oz Easter egg there, as you know, with how a house went down on the witch, and then there was just the slippers left, except this time you had the car and Agatha's boots and stuff. That was a nice Easter egg callback there to me. But most of all was in the fact on how they're in their battle, how Wanda really got the better of Agatha. First off, another Easter egg was when she went up to her and did to her what she did to the Avengers. And it was through there that she went back into the past on how Agatha was to be destroyed, but in the end, she destroyed her cult. But it was there that was really allowing Wanda to fully realize why she is known as the Scarlet Witch. And not to mention the fact on how Agatha mentioned something we hadn't seen since season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and that's the Darkhold, which tells us something very interesting, and in the fact that Scarlet Witch, Wanda, is supposed to be like the most powerful magic wizard of all, even more powerful than the Wizard of the Mystic Arts, basically, aka Doctor Strange. So you gotta wonder how this will all tie in going forward. No doubt Doctor Strange knows this himself. So I can't wait to see the dynamics that are going to be created between Wanda and Doctor Strange going forward. So that'll definitely be interesting. But I was also very interested with what I saw at the end credit scenes. But I'm going to say that for end credit scenes. But nevertheless, though, when it was showing this little vision or whatever you want to call it here, and all those witches not going after Agatha and Wanda instead, really allowed Wanda to fully get it, and then started to trick Agatha and to make it look like she's taken Wanda's powers, but then surprise, surprise, Wanda had you tricked all along, girl. All thanks to that Rue magic or whatever it was you used 2 episodes ago. Or better yet, last episode. And yes, basically giving Agatha a taste of her own medicine. Beautifully done there, guys. It was so beautifully done right there. And that can also go back into what I said earlier about how Agatha actually helped Wanda, not only in knowing who she really is, but know the nature of her powers and help her learn a few different tricks along the way. And in the end, they were used against her, which is what defeated Agatha. But either way, nevertheless, while Agatha's not really dead yet, because it's been, as it was shown, Wanda's not going to kill her. She's just going to keep her in Westview in case she may need her. And this may be exactly why she was kept, because she might appear in the Doctor Strange movie going forward. And if she does, let's see exactly what she'll do here. But I do like in the fact that since Wanda decided to keep her, she decided to keep her as her annoying nosy neighbor that she was during all the sitcom styles. And yeah, but when you really think about it, Agatha and Agnes, their personalities are pretty much the same. I mean, sure, there's a small little difference there. Like when Agatha was acting and all that, most of that was her personality. Other stuff, no, she was just keeping in the dark until her true identity was revealed. Still, good stuff all the same. But now having said that, we gotta talk about Vision here. So Vision got to take on Vision. Yeah, if you guys wonder what I'm talking about the fact that the Vision created in the Hex of Wanda's versus the actual Vision that had been captured by Sword, which we learn more here. Well, we've been learning throughout the entire series is that the director of Sword here, this guy really seems to be a power-hungry man here. Because let's face it, now we know people like Nick Fury is similar to him, but he's not about to go off and kill someone just because they were holding it down hostage, thinking that this is what Wanda was truly doing. We know Nick Fury, and we know for a fact that he wouldn't have just tried to kill Wanda and stuff. Sure, he might have had an aggressive approach just like this guy, but not to the degree where he would actually make Vision become a weapon to kill Wanda, which he would have done had it not been for the Hex Vision showing up here. And after those two made a little bit of a collision, especially the whole beam attack, always love beam collisions, they're fun. This is where it all ended up in showing us where Vision's going in the end. So the Hex Vision was able to help the actual Vision in getting his identity back. But now that he's got his identity back, he left. So one's got to wonder what's going to happen to him going forward, because it's pretty clear now that even though he's free now, he's got to figure some things out, just as Wanda's got to figure some things out. And who knows, maybe eventually it will bring them back together. Maybe in the end, who knows on that end. But it was definitely nice to at least see to us where it's going with the actual Vision versus what happened with the Hex Vision. Because after the whole battle was over and stuff, and after realizing and fully understanding everything that happened, even though it was accidental and stuff, yeah, at first it took her a while. Took her some time, and I don't blame Wanda. Like, even though she finally understood that without her bending reality with this whole Hex dimension of hers, yeah, Hex dimension, I like that, I really do. But that's all besides the point anyway. When she first found out, of course she couldn't stop it right now, because yeah, you kind of want to stop this at your own pace. It's what she did at the end after they defeated everyone who was threatening her and her family. She got to have a little one last family time of good night, see you in the morning sort of deal with her kids, and then finally get a chance to properly say goodbye to Vision as she slowly allowed the hex dimension be completely dissipated, and then it all goes back to how it was when she started it out of her grievances in last episode. So it was great to actually have that, and it was great for us to see exactly what this Vision was. Basically, it was everything that Wanda felt for Vision, from the Mind Stone to her love to her grievances, everything that led to her loving Vision. And it was a great way to conclude that, because now that she finally has done that, she can move on with her life and stuff. It's never easy to say goodbye to a loved one. It never really is, but eventually we do gotta move on and stuff. But it's like Monica said, that if she had Wanda's powers, she would have done the same thing. And if I had her powers and it comes to somebody I care for very much and didn't even get to have a proper goodbye, I don't think I can lie and say I would have probably done the same thing. But now, having said all that, though, the last few things we need to talk about here is like this director. First off, guy finally got the justice that was coming to him, as he's been arrested by the FBI. But I loved how in the fact that, okay, he sends all his soldiers and he was actually going to make them shoot those kids. I mean, I know they're not exactly real per se, but still, you really going to make them shoot those kids? Luckily, though, those kids got their time to shine. One with Wanda's powers, the other with Pietro's powers, showing them off. And then the guy even trying to shoot him, but Monica to the rescue. Oh yeah, and seeing Monica's powers. Now, first off, I don't know her powers that well because I don't really know her character that much, so I'll be sure to do research on that. But to see how it's similar to lightning and black lightning, bullets can go right through her, was a very interesting thing right there. Oh, and also we found out that this Pietro that we have been seeing here was, his real name is Ralph, and he was only under a spell by Agatha. But Monica took care of that in an instant. But I gotta say, my favorite part with the director's defeat was none other than Darcy Lewis showing up with that car and just bamming that thing. And just like the sassy girl she is, what does she say? Have fun in prison. This is why I love that girl and why I really think I'd be in love here. I love a sassy woman like that. But now, having put that all aside, the last thing we'll talk about here is the ending scene along with the end credit scenes. And that's in the fact that after Wanda had finally put her grievances out there and stuff, of course, yeah, no surprise that the citizens of Westview were looking at her with anger and animosity. But of course, Wanda had nothing against them for doing that, because she knew, just like I'm sure all of us knew, they had a right to, even if it was by accident or not. During that whole time, they had to suffer, like, even though they were showing this facade of being all happy, backside, they were looking at her suffering and all her grievances, all her darkness, and they didn't like that at all. So, accident or not, yeah, Wanda's right. They have every right to be mad at her. But one thing I kind of look at this as is like, maybe this will look at things going forward in the future, because we have been confirmed that mutants are about to make their introduction here in the MCU. And we know how it's been in X-Men when it comes to mutants. Maybe this is like a good way to start it in a sort of sense. And it's another way to remind why citizens have a hard time trusting people with powers, and why that Sokovia Accord existed in some cases like that. Because this is kind of a reminder of that, and how it kind of started, first off, when Wanda accidentally caused collateral damage in Civil War. But first off, she's got other things to worry about, such as at the end credits scene, a good Easter egg callback to the Incredible Hulk movie, on how she went and far away into a woods, into a house out there. But while she was over there, notice how in her astro form, she's looking at the Darkhold, and then there's her kids calling her name. So her kids are still out there. Now, as I said before, guys, I'm really ready for Mephisto to show up. So I would like to think, is this still the whole thing with Mephisto? Like, could this somehow be it, or is it something else? We'll just have to wait and see on that. And then finally, there's Monica, who gets a little visit from a friend from her past. Well, we can't really know if it's that same Skrull girl that she befriended back when she was little. All we know is it was a Skrull who came to get Monica and take her up into space where Nick Fury is. And that's where I think this is what it was for Monica. It was not only this series was to introduce her, get her powers to be awakened, and then set her off on her own journey to maybe her own movie or her own TV series. Who knows? But all I gotta say is, guys, I love this series. I loved what we got here to really finally have us look deeper into understanding Wanda's abilities and for her to officially be called the Scarlet Witch. I could not have thought of any better way for that finale to end. I really did like this finale, minus a few gripes there, such as what did Agatha want with that power? But nevertheless, loved it. I'm satisfied, and I can't wait to see where each of these characters go from here. But now, having said all that, I'm going to end this video. And if you're enjoying my videos, all you got to do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos. And until then, MegaGeekMixer signing out. Bye!